Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Thursday, June 29th, 2023. That's right. That's not what time it is. I'm a little bit hoarse today from snoring so much last night. I was tired, baby. Been pushing on midnight oil quite a bit here lately, trying to get ourselves into a decent position for purchasing a home. And also, I've been working to close up all that little projects that needed to be done so I can get them off my plate so I can show you all in my undivided attention. And that's what's been happening. Got a ball game to go to on this weekend with Scooby Doo, and hopefully we'll see 42 out there somewhere. And yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, just been lots and lots of things, and my daughter had a surgery the day before yesterday, and I had to pick her up yesterday from the hospital and take her home, and yeah, just so much. I mean, dealing with banks is probably like you feel like you get dirty all the time. You know, they always want to screw you and take your money, and you know, you got to hit them back where it hurts. You know, say, hey, look, man, earn my business. Biatch. But yeah, sometimes they don't give a hoot. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't have the answers all the time. Everything seems to be up in the air, and um, it's been quiet earthquake wise. Now we've had a few earthquakes I can see here on the globe, and you know, I'd be remiss to say uh, or stupid to say they're not happening. We also had an M1 flare again yesterday, which we talked about briefly yesterday. Since then, it's been a C5 and a C3. Sunspot 3354 grew up 10 times wider than the Earth, and that's what the people who watch the sun are all on awe about because it didn't exist. Then all of a sudden it did. Also, we have a minor geomatic storm coming at us right around July 1st, probably just a G1. And currently, the sun is kicking down some wind speed towards us. It's at solar wind speed at 476 kilometers a second at the moment, and which is a little bit lower. It's been in the fives, you know, mid fives, and so it's not a huge amount. But so there's been some things happening, and EMSC changed their look and feel, and the internet's so pissed off about it. Uh, I I don't care. It's a tool, and it looks like it's in a transitional phase to me. Um, so it is what it is. We're looking here at oh, go back. Yeah, they're just not. We're only like 2 pages on the 29th. Yeah, I mean, here it is a 629, and the MSC has got a half a page of earthquakes. That tells you something, right? A half a page um, in the last 12 hours. Greece had a little bumps yesterday, and um, Hindu Kush had a 4.5. The Molucca Sea had a 4.2, and Kamchatka, and a 4.0 off the coast of the North Island of New Zealand. That's it. All on the 29th. Now, if I went to the 28th, you know, went all the way back, um, there's more. There's a couple Fiji quakes I see, or at least one Fiji quake I saw. And I don't know what they're doing, but there's less earthquakes on the list. I go back to the 27th, and that's on page 5. And page 4, 28th starts it. So if I looked at just the 28th, which is yesterday, right? There was a 4 in Oaxaca, Mexico. There was a 4.7 near Honshu, Japan. There was a 4.9 in Guam. A 5.6 in Fiji now. That's significant. And a 4.8 on the South Sandwich Islands. That's pretty common for 5s to hit down there. 4.3 in Honshu, Japan. A 4.3 in Veracruz, Mexico. It's on the eastern side of the Mexico, with the chicken leg moving. Jalisco, which is on the western side, same 4.3. Veracruz was 131 depth, and Jalisco was 5. So, I mean, they happened right after each other. Bang, bang. One happened at 5:20, and the other one happened at 5:40. The first one was the Veracruz. So that wave moved through. And Central Mediterranean had a 4.3. A 4.2, sorry. And let's see what else. A 4.4 near Kamchatka. This is all yesterday. West coast of Colombia had a 4.3. And then if I continued, let's see, 4.7 in Tonga. A 5.4 in Tonga. So Tonga's still rocking and rolling. A 4.2 in Oaxaca, Mexico. That's still down in the south. The chicken leg, the smallest part of the chicken leg, right? The Auckland Islands, New Zealand, had a 4.5. And a 4.4 in Halmahera. A 4.0 in Michoacan, Mexico. It's in the central part of Mexico. Western Xingzang had a 4.5. 4.5 in east coast of Honshu again. Near, they should be near, off the coast. So it's well off the coast. So again, there's just not a lot of quakes. I knew Fiji did have something I saw, and I was looking for that. Generally, Fijis are pretty deep as well. Tonga had a 5.4 yesterday. Yeah, so it's kicking its little booty there. Yeah, 4.2 Oaxaca, Auckland Islands. Yeah, 4.1. Chiapas, Mexico, down in the south, bottom of the chicken leg, 4.1 again. Yeah. Halmahera, yeah, already said that one. So again, there's not a lot of large quakes 4 and above happening. And there I saw Fiji. I don't know where the hell I saw it. 4.5 in Honshu off the coast. Maybe it was on page 2. Iran-Iraq border had a 4.6. 4.3 in Chiapas, Mexico. And this is all yesterday. So yesterday, over the 24-hour period, had 30 quakes. Is that a lot? No. You have to admit that it's not. I mean, there's a bunch of little ones. And if you can divine something out of looking at all those little ones, be my guest and help us out. But it just doesn't seem like there's a lot going on, earthquake-wise. Now, we've had a couple of M1 flares, so we've had one every day. One every day in the last 3 days. On the X-ray map, we can look at the 7-day. We'll show you here. Make sure that's up. All right. Here's the 7-day map. You can see here's our large M4 we had on the 23rd. Here's an M on the 24th. Here's an M on the 26th, the 27th, the 28th. That's it. So the sun is not kicking our booty. There's a what do you call it? A slight chance of getting some activity from the sun here in the geometric storm. You can see it here, it pushing out some wind. And here we are here. We're expecting it on the 1st. It's not a whole lot of energy, right? And if I showed you LASCO, we saw the pop up yesterday in the morning, real brief, and we saw it on the day before. So it was just nothing. There's just nothing popping. That's not a bad thing, everybody. That's a good thing. That means normality, something we can, and here's the solar disk. Here's all the, look at this thing grew up like a monster from nothing to all that noise. And it means probably in later is going to be bigger. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sunspots. When we had upwards of 12. And then you can see it's just not showing much. And it seems like we're back in, what is it, 2020, where there's not a whole lot going on. I don't know. The KP index is quiet. It's 3.3. There's no significant corona hole that's going to produce some solar wind. When we get through the solar wind we're having now, it's going to pop off. In addition, we've been at 2,335 FAS for quite some time. We're not entering anymore. It's just a weird kind of transitional period, if you want to call it that. So today being the 29th, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 rocks flying through or traveling through our realm of existence. The closest being 1.2 lunar distances, and the furthest being 9.5 lunar distances. And the largest being, this one's 108 feet. This one's 123 feet. This one's 24 feet, and this one's 123 feet. So these rocks, right around our area. We still have a 40% chance for class M, 10% for an X. Geometric storms are really low, 15% for both mid and upper latitudes. It's just a quiet time. And working as I'm doing, this is the perfect time for me to catch up on things that I've needed to close out and, get done while this is quiet time before the busyness happens. And because it will get busy, and yes, things will change. Just, the ground magnetics. Just not a lot happening. Right, here we go. They were busy when we had 6 hours ago, and the sun was out here over Africa. And then as our day comes, as it gets out over here over the Atlantic, I can see something out in this region picking up. There's a wave point. There is some magnetics working due to that wind and that impending geometric storm. It's only a G1, but it's very small. I'd be looking for this little region right here today, something to happen. Also, very strong magnetics here in the North America, and vacillating Central America, I think. We did see a quake happen in Sandwich Islands, but nothing. Draw the line right through to here, where the sun is right out here. Yeah. Southern Mid-Atlantic Ridge, I'm going to say. Something out here. But that's saying, hey, there's the potentiality. Yeah, man, I think that's a word. That could happen. Like I said, I feel like I snored all night. My throat's a little... And so there's not a lot going on, everybody. It's just... I mean, you all are going on. You all have it going on. The tremors. Let's see what's going on. Now, there's a little more tremors going on. That's interesting. Last week there was nothing. Here's the 27th. Right? That's 2 days ago. 3 days ago, nothing. 2 days ago, there's a little uptick down here. Right? North of Roseburg, south of Eugene. In the Cascadia region. We'll be watching something, the rest of a video here in just a minute about the Cascades. 628, you can see Roseburg again. And a little bit up here in Silesia, the San Juan Islands. Right? Now, is that meaning it's going to kick up again? Generally speaking, when this picks up, and it picks up exponentially, then it moves over here. So, very well could get a large quake up in this region if this picks up. Yeah, there's just nothing today so far. But this is yesterday's 208, which is definitely an uptick down here still, and then up here. Is there pressure moving in? Could be. Let me know what you think in the comments down below or in the chat there over here on twitch.tv/Joe Slick Live. Let me know. Let's see what else. Nothing with the buoys, I'm thinking. No drunk Chinamen. All right. Yeah, nothing in this region. Up here, across from Alaska. Down here, not even in the seamount. Remember the seamount, the Thompson seamount that was busy for a minute? Chinese have gone quiet. We do have a hurricane, Adrian, in the Pacific here we'll be looking at. Another one picking up right after that. So, Tropical Depression E is what they say here. So if we looked at the hurricane, here's Adrian. 85 mile an hour winds. The pressure is 982 millibars. And if I clicked it, you see the path. This is our first storm here in the Eastern Pacific this year. So be looking at it. Right now it's a hurricane. They predict it to drop down to a depression here by Tuesday. 2's tropical storm warning, right? And then we'll look at COD, kind of show us a little bit better view. Go to global, go to west, go like this, go to dirty. You'll see it, right? Give you 200. You can definitely see that hurricane out there. And it just hovered. Still, our weather is kind of really odd. It seems more like a winter or spring type weather up here. Multiple storms coming in. Here's the Pineapple Express that comes out across. We can see in our continental sector here. Come on. Across the United States. You see some monsoonal moisture here. Oh, that's not monsoon. This is monsoonal moisture here. This is from the north. And then you see big storm popping up. Colorado, Nebraska. Big storm. Probably some tornadoes in there. Or northern Missouri and southern Michigan there. Iowa. And Illinois. Yeah, these kicked up today. We'll be watching. A sister down here, I spoke to her yesterday quite some time, and she's doing well. Her house was not hit, but a lot of telephone poles knocked down, and she has no internet. So that's where she's at. She's living on she has a generator, and that's best investment, she said, because it's sweltering hot where she's at there in Memphis, Tennessee. And just boiling, she says, over 100 degrees with the index being higher. She says so many people are suffering, but she's not, with her new house, and there's a lot of cleanup to happen, and she's working at that. And she has a lot of people helping her, so she's doing well. So she says she'll be on once the internet's back up for her. I was meaning to tell you yesterday, but then I got the call from my daughter, and well, it takes precedence over everything. And I forgot to tell you. And that happened yesterday. So I did have a lengthy conversation with her. She has one bar on her phone. So, and I guess it's from a long distance away. And we texted back and forth for some time. And she's in good spirits. I told her that she's missed and she's loved. And I wanted her to really understand that, because she really is. And she's touched by that. And I shared your love for her. She says, let everybody know. Thank you. And the prayers of help saved her house. And it went around her. But everybody else got walled pretty hard. And that's what happens in damn things. Tornadoes. Ugh. And she's doing well, though. And she's got a little bit of a lung infection, but she'll get through it. And what? But I thought, okay, it was not her. Baker. Let's see. Yeah, I mean that. So, I mean, there's more than just her. I mean, there's in Oklahoma, we have our boy, Comanche. I pray that he's doing well. He had some knee issues, and keep thoughts are on him quite a bit. He doesn't come in much. He didn't talk much, but he's here often. And let's see. Yeah, he's here. He's watching this morning. Let's see. The U.S. has West has a lot of storms, and bigger storms happen across the midsection of the United States, from Colorado to, Mississippi. And then I suppose today is going to be a pretty tough day for those in the, Northwest here. So we'll be watching for you and praying for you and safety. Monsoonal moisture rising up into New Mexico. Don't know if we'll get into Texas yet, but you can see it down here. And our boy Patches, you know, he said there's been some flooding, there's been some hail and in his area. But right now it's in Missouri and looks like southern Illinois, maybe a little Kentucky happening. How are you over there, Snarls? I know you're in Kentucky, catching a little bit. Oh, yeah, it's right now. It's got you right now. Let's go ahead and take a quick look what's happening over there. We got some warnings in that region. And if I click on here, we can zoom down. Yeah, and then click off of that. Yeah, looks like Milltown, Tele City, Owensboro, Evansville, Henderson, all these counties, Jasper, Huntingburg. Got some strong weather, lots and lots and lots of lightning. Oh my God, there's a lot of lightning in there. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Stronger cells moving into the area too. So Winslow, Oakland City, definitely got it. I don't think it's over by you though. Well, it is. You're here by Paducah. So Milkman Doom, the smoke is back in Pennsylvania, he says. Sky is orange. Oh my gosh. Well, you know, my boy Walleye King, he says family is first, brother. And I go, everybody here is family. And yes, my daughter, when she calls, I jump because we're a bit estranged, and that estrangement bugs me to no end. But she's got to figure out her own life, and it's what it is, you know. Just be here when she calls, you know. And yeah. So sister down here doesn't look like she has any weather. Over here, Des Moines, Iowa, St. Joseph, Iowa, or actually Missouri, north of Kansas. There's some heavy thunderstorms working through. And yeah, we'll see. That's all that's happening at the moment in the warning world. So in the tropical depressions here, we'll take a look at Atlantic. There's only one disturbance out there, and as you can see, it's right there off the coast of the southwestern Atlantic Ocean. Nothing. They don't expect it to do anything. If I kicked it, you can see there's a satellite. Nothing coming out here yet, right? It's only in the Pacific right now. These two. And this one kind of like stalling. As it stalls, it weakens. It's early yet. No storm expected around Hawaii in the next 48. So we did all that. We did that. We looked at the tremors. We looked at the space weather. This is what happened in SoCal right now. Still a little nuttin'. Geysers is still, you know. And here, live, there's a 4.7 in the Philippines. The Germans said, but it's not backed up by anybody else. Dynamic Earth, Dynamic Earth community, you can see not a lot happening. So that's the earthquakes, baby. And that's the weather. Let's go ahead and look at the volcano news. And today, June 29, 2023, Volcano Discovery says that Popo's in the news, Mayon, Sangay, Semenkaya, and Tsunozajima. Now, if you remember, Tsunozajima and a new volcano, or not new, but newer, that hasn't been in the news lately, has acted up right there at the bottom of Japan on the left side there. So we'll be watching that, of course. Tsunozajima is erupted at 6,000 feet from a 2,800 foot mountain. And if I show you what I'm referring to, all right. My boy's okay. That's what matters. Yeah. Down here, here's Tsunozajima, right? It was the island, I think, is was it Kuchimo or was it this one here? One of these other islands have been acted up now too, and then Sakurajima here. So I wanted to say it was this one, but we'll find out here in a minute. Semenkaya, 28,000. Now Semenkaya and another one over here in South America, right? I mean not South America. I'm telling you. Here's Semenkaya right here. This is active. And this one, Ubinas, is active. And so these two dots are just telling me where they are. And those two are activated. Now we also have one that's down here that's been activated too. I don't remember what it's called. But we'll find out in the news. Activated meaning it's in the news. It's making the news. So, Mayon volcano there in the Philippines is still erupting, and it was spewing out some magma here or lava last week. Popo, EMS likely continuing, 22,000 feet. What the heck? Look at that crack in the damn thing. This is Sangay. The southeast flank in the ravine of Sangay volcano where the lava flows through. Look at that thing, man. It's like the mountain is splitting in two. It's far out, man. Wow. It's like an open wound, right? Wow. You learn something new every day. It's like, wow. 17,000 foot. And it's been erupting. And, yeah. Sangay emissions and ash flows continue. Right? That's Sangay volcano. That's in Ecuador. Right down here. Here's Sangay volcano. It's pixelated as hell. I wouldn't know which side it's on. I think this is probably the side that they're looking at. The sun is off to the right. So it could be here. But yeah, Sangay volcano has just been, it's been constant. There's a reason why it's like that. Semenkaya volcano, 20,000 feet out of a 19. Sangay is, emissions and ash. Emissions are gases and stuff. Tsunozajima over there in Japan again is 6,000 out of a 2,800 foot. Popo, 23,000 feet out of a 17.8 there by Mexico City. And that's it for today. Going on yesterday, Karaminski up in Kamchatka went to 10,000 feet, and that's not very big off of Karaminski. Mayan volcano reported the same thing over there in Philippines. Ubinas, no emissions over the 6 hours, so maybe it's quieting down. Sabancaya, 24,000 out of a 19.5. Sangay, possible emissions. Nevada del Ruiz in Colombia, 17,000 going to 21. So Nosajima, Ryukyu Islands. The weekly report says it's low levels of eruptions, so it's calmed down quite a bit. Shivalush is still erupting. Intense fumarolic activity. Active crater was like associated with the growth of a lava dome. A thermal anomaly over the active crater was identified by satellite. So it's growing its ugly head again. As you know, it blew up here a couple of weeks ago and uncorked itself. Simiru over there in Java. And when I was looking at the other one for Sangay, I thought I was looking at Simiru, but it wasn't. Just for some reason, I'm watching Simiru quite a bit. Eruptions continuing. Ash plumes, different colors. Emissions were not visible on June 25th. Cloudy day. Santa Maria volcano in southwestern Guatemala. Santa Guido and Santa Maria. It's still erupting. Yeah, pyroclastic flows travel down the southwest, southwest, and west flanks. Santa Guido, they said the lava dome complex continued to erupt with effusion of lava flows. So it's still spewing out stuff. Rincon de la Vieja in Costa Rica, continue activity. Small phreatic eruptions. So nothing giant, but it's still been doing it for months. That's Central America again. Central America is super busy for these things. Reventador down in Ecuador. It's saying it's seismicity of daily explosions, long periods of earthquakes, harmonic tremors, and tremors associated with emissions were happening. The weather made it so it's very difficult for them to see or say anything. Incandescent rocks were seen, so it's still doing its thing, but not explosively. Popo still doing its thing. Nevada del Ruiz in Colombia. It's like peaks of highs and lows, and definitely beginning of the week of 22 to 23rd of June, notably high, and the most intense seismic occurred since a current period of elevated activity began on March 24th. So they're seeing the distance of 1 to 8 kilometers from the crater and depths of 1 to 6 kilometers. So it could really let off. Merapi, Central Java. Southwest lava dome produced 116 lava avalanches and traveled about 1.8 kilometers down the flank. Luotolo over there in Indonesia as well. We talk about that plenty of times. Emissions are still happening. White and gray ash plumes are happening. Karangatang up there by Halamarhara down that straight here. I'll show you that. Go right over here. All right. So right up here is Karangatang. Over here is Halamarhara and Ibu and Dakono. Right there. Here's Karangatang right here. This area, this strait, super busy with pressure being seen because of this plate crashing and this plate crashing and the subducting and the strike slips, all that stuff. Just very busy sector in the world. Great Sitkin volcano up there in Alaska. Slow lava fusion likely continued. Minor seismic activity, elevated surface temperatures, and still being obscured because of weather. Fuego, about 1 to 6 explosions per hour every 20 minutes, as usual. It's kind of like, you know, up there in Yellowstone, the, you know, water plumes coming up, kind of like that, you know. So it's like, hey, you know, it's just pretty steady. Ebeko volcano in Pazmir Island in Russia, which is just south of Kamchatka, right up here. Here's Ebeko, there's Alid, and there's Chiki Chiki. All three were busy. We had Kary-Minsky. Here's Shivalush, and we scroll in. Here's Bezimani, that was busy last year. And I wonder. Here's Kary-Minsky right here. All right, that was in the news not very long ago. So Ebeko is pushing, doing its thing. Cotopaxi down there in Ecuador. Several gas emissions rose, but not like it was doing earlier. Cotopaxi, we have down over here. There's 3 main volcanoes that have been active. Cotopaxi's 19,000 feet, and it's been popping. And this is Reventador, and this is Sangay. Ever since Wolf volcano stopped acting up, there's been a ton of activity out here in Ecuador. And you can see the, you know, and this got busy right after, I think it was 6.8 down here. And Sangay got really busy. It led right up in there, but Cotopaxi's been busy since, and then has since died down. So I mean, it's active, but it's just not like explosively active, you know, major like. Aria volcano, Kyushu, Japan, Sakurajima. Ongoing activity, both Medak crater and Showa crater. Very small eruptive activity continued. Just 600 to, or 5 to 800 kilometers. And let's go. Whoa, what just happened? I got upside down here. All right. We'll jam back over there in Japan. Let me show you that. ASO here. Ari. Well, AIRA. AIRA. Yeah, I don't say it right, do I? Ari Caldera. That's what I thought, Sakurajima. But yeah, it's been active too, so they're talking about that quite a bit. Interesting how we've got a line right through here that's really busy. We've got a line that's off the coast here, it's busy. We also have a line down through here that's real busy, and then down over here. The southern part of Japan, it's like, hey, what's going on, guys? Also, off Okinawa, no longer is it busy out here actively, and no longer here. It's like stopped. And Taiwan is kind of virtually stopped. Earthquake wise, so Ahi volcano, Mariana Islands. Um, uh, he's a good boy. Um, Small hydro caustic signal coming from it. That's out there in the underwater. He's down here, right down here, underwater. Ubinas volcano in Peru. That has kicked up, and then it's kind of mellowed out now. That's over in southern Peru. Mayon volcano in the Philippines, still pretty darn active. The lava dome in the summit crater and fed lava flows advanced down. Drainages about 2.5 kilometers. And Locon Impung volcano in Sulawesi. That's a new one I haven't seen. Let's go ahead and see if I can find out where the hell that one is. It's still a 1 out of 5, but they're feeling some. The plumes have densities 300 meters above, so I think that's interesting here. Let's find out where the hell that one is in the Philippines. Well, okay, that makes sense. So, right here, Lompong, Inpong, Karangatang, in Halamahara, Dukono, and Ibu. 4 volcanoes active in this region because of the pressure that's going on. Yeah. Here's another. Kuchinanero Bujima, Riku Islands. Okay. Reported number of volcanic earthquakes. Total of 100 shallow quakes have happened. Yeah, 500 meters above. So let's find out where the hell this one is. This is a new one on me. Yeah. I know we're close, so. At Japan, you know. Ding, 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 ding. Way up here. But it is, yeah, there's that. That's the one I was thinking. All right, so Tsunozajima, this is the island that's going off. I remember I didn't know which one it was. That's the one. And Sakurajima. All 3. And it's not a very big mountain. You can see that. All 3 activated. And let's see here. Popo, 21,000. And Simakaya doing its thing. Mayon, 9,000 Mayon. And it's spewing out lava down its face. Ubinas, sporadic and stuff. Tsunozajima, 6,000. And Popo, this is yesterday. Poof. Popo's, you know, it's alive for sure. Sangay, 2,000 or 20,000. I wouldn't live anywhere near that damn thing. Nevada del Ruiz in Colombia reduced seismic activities. The alert status is now lowered. And not much. Mayon, 10,000. Ebico, 10,000. Tsunozajima, 6,000. Bagana volcano. I don't know where this one is. Is this off Papua New Guinea? Bagana. All right. So we've seen some activity in PNG. So let me see where this is. All right. So over here, we've been seeing a lot of activity out here, also on these islands. But on this island, kind of weird. It's almost by the Santa Cruz Islands. And then we have Vanuatu, right? And then we see a lot of activity up this side of PNG. But getting an earthquake or the volcano acting up over here, that's shows us there's movement of the plate underneath. And it says a minor activity, 8,000 feet from a 5,700 foot mountain. So there you go. 7 Kayam went to 7,000, and Ravensthorpe 14 out of 12. So that's pretty much it for the report this morning. We can check the fires. I know in Arizona there was a fire that's they're talking about because it's near the city here. You can see right here the Diamond Fire. There's still a lot of activity out here. It's not like a big forest or anything. It's just, big grass fire. It's 1,900 acres. So that's doing its thing. Wilbur up here's got a 16 square miles in AZ here. And 3.2 miles square. Nothing massive. Colorado's got a few major fires here. 2,900. Well, she turned that switch on. You heard that. I wonder if that thing is going bad. Yeah, I wonder. She clicked that same switch and I heard it pop. Interesting. It's on the same circuit, maybe. 2,900 acres burning there in Spring Creek, and Titan has 1,000 acres. Over here in Missouri, got a couple fires here. Nothing major quake. Nothing major. Florida's got a couple. 1,700 acre one there, and down there, 82,000 acres. Or 8,200, sorry. And down here in Charlotte, Pulp Road, 15,000 acre fire right there. Those are the fires in North America that stand out. Canucks, over by Canuck, he's got a fire here. Little small 1,300 acre one. But up in Canada, you can see major fires up here in Quebec. Up in here as well. With that, we can look at Windy and see what Windy has to say about the air quality, right? So we see a lot of bad air quality over Columbus and Pittsburgh. Out of New York, crap coming out of New York all the time. Real bad quality up here in Alberta. Yeah. Crazy, huh? Let me see CO2. You can see a lot of smoke, right? A lot of smoke here happening. If that's in your area, take advantage of staying indoors if you can, and don't do any strenuous activity on that crap. Down here, San Diego's got a little yucky stuff too, and Phoenix and Juarez does too. All right. Not smoky yet by you there, buddy. All right. And you're out here. Yeah, it's pretty bad. 380 parts per billion here by you, by Boston. So, and sister over here, not bad where she's at. Now she mentioned that I don't know if the USGS will pick it up, but I'll take a look. Yeah, there's an earthquake there. 2.7 in England today. Right in the middle. We don't see a lot of England quakes, do we? The origin here, magnitudes, 2.7. Definitely 2.7. Why? 28 people reported it. It's west of Nottingham, Newcastle over there. Probably, somebody knocked over a keg of Newcastle beer. Probably that's what happened. Yeah, Denise is quite some ways away. She's up here in Hull. So, made the news. Hey, we had an earthquake here. Sieg Heil. Yeah. Sorry. You guys are turning more and more, interesting trend from Sandwich Islands all the way through. You can see that working its way all the way through right into England. That's right. That magnetic liniment right through, and England's part of it. Should see something up in this region here shortly. All right. Yeah, just saying, man. Just saying. Just right along that ridge. So, you got to tilt the earth and all that stuff. So 5.2 Philippines is the latest earthquake, which we just had a little while ago, offshore. Fiji had a 4.6 at 559 depth. Hooking up to a 5.6, 5.7. Yeah. So, and Indonesia over here. In the middle, like I say all the time, 4.7. Tuvalu. Mm-hmm. Papua New Guinea, right here by that earthquake happening, or that volcano acting up, right? 4.6. So the earthquake and the volcano are telling you there's some stress right here. And the border down here, Tajikistan, here's the other Fiji. Bang. Yeah, happened yesterday. There's just not a lot going on, everybody. So, it's good news. That's not bad news. And that'll do the report this morning. Thank you for your participation and your help and being here. I want to say good morning to the snowman up there, Walleye King. Good morning, buddy. And I did notice you there. To Tim, good morning, Tim. Good morning, Wally. EB, he's out there too in Oklahoma, or I think he's in Arkansas. Good morning to 42 out here in Cali. Good morning to Rockbob 76. Good morning, Robin's Nest 55. Good morning, Red Wagon over there by Bothan. Good morning to Quake Cat, and I pray that she's doing well. I've been remiss the last week or two just trying to close up a lot of little jobs, finishing so I can bring my focus back to you all and taking the time for these slow times to close out some things so that when it gets busy, I'll be here. Good morning, Canuck. I pray your ribs are getting better. Don't want you to fall no more, buddy. Calmness 55, love you, sister. You're a big part of the joy we have here and the love. Comanche, big hugs to you, bud. Hang in there. We're thinking about you every day. I like when you come in and say hi, people, and I know you don't like doing it, but we like telling you hi. Flutterby girl, of course, sister, big hugs to you. Doc Rock 18, good to see you, bud. Denise in the UK, always a pleasure. And Brainstorm Warming, keep it up, bud. Snarls and Milkman Doom, love you guys. I'm Joe Slick. I'm out. And remember, don't be scared, be prepared. But most of all, don't get none on you.